In this video, we'll show you how to change the rear brake pads on your Chevy Silverado. You can find them on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Chevy Silverado safely. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Before you start, release the parking brake, otherwise this operation will be impossible. With a 13mm wrench, unscrew the slide pins. Sometimes you have to keep the lock nut from turning by holding it with your fingers or a 20mm wrench. Finish unscrewing by hand. You can now remove the caliper. You can now place the brake caliper on the leaf springs. Remove the brake pads by prying them out with a flathead screwdriver. Then remove the anti-rattle clips. Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. Brush the caliper mount around the pads to remove any extra rust that could prevent the pads from sliding. You can order the pads kit used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Get hold of the anti-rattle clips supplied in the kit. Place the new anti-rattle clips on the caliper mount. Grab the new pads and lightly coat the ends with copper grease to help them slide more easily. Insert the new pads into the caliper mount by sliding them in. Press the piston into the brake caliper. For this operation, it is essential to have a brake windback tool, a special tool that allows you to push the piston back, making it easier to put the caliper back in place. This step is essential before installing the new pads. As the piston enters the brake caliper, brake fluid will flow back into the brake fluid reservoir. Depending on the original level of the reservoir, make sure that the liquid does not overflow. You need to check the sliding of the brake caliper slide pins and the condition of the caliper slide pin boots. If they look worn, you are advised to replace them with new ones. Put the brake caliper back in place and screw in the slide pins by hand at first. Screw them in using a 13mm wrench. You can use a 20mm wrench to prevent the bolts from rotating. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Clean the disc with brake cleaner and a cloth to remove the grease from the new pads. You can now repeat the same process on the other side. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Don't forget to screw the brake fluid cap back on before starting the car. Attention! Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to push the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 30 miles or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation complete.
Quality parts, priced right, CarParts.com.